Hey, this is Mike with AskTractorMike.com. I'm sitting on my couch today. Could be out in the barn working on the tractor, but the tractor's gone to the local dealership for service. I've had 4 or 5 issues that have cropped up over the last 3 or 4 years of ownership, and I decided this year to break down, send it to their shop and let them work on it. And I think I made a really good decision. And I'm doing this video today to try to save you from yourself, because many times, especially us guys, we try to do projects that we're really not qualified to do. Yeah, we can eventually get them done. We're trying to save a little money. We're trying to get the feeling of accomplishment that we accomplished the task ourselves, and we can get into a lot of trouble. And you know, I have a wide range of folks that watch this program. I've got one gentleman that's a retired military helicopter repairman or service guy. He knows hydraulics inside and out. And he could do all the things that needed to be done to my tractor with his eyes closed. And then there's a lot of us, like me, that I've never been inside a hydraulic cylinder before. And that's going to be my video here in a week or two. And you need to watch it and see what all's going on in there, just so you kind of know. But if I'd have tried to do the service work myself, I probably could have got it done, but it would have cost a lot more time and money. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons today that you need to establish relationships with a local mechanic. Even if you're a retired helicopter mechanic, there are times on farm stuff you can get into a bind where you simply need somebody with a lot more expertise to get you out of that bind. And the dealership I came from, and I'm a pro dealership guy, I'm going to admit that to you. I believe that you ought to use your local dealership for service work, establish a relationship with them, because you kind of need them. And I don't have a problem with my local dealer making money. He's in business to make money, because I used to manage that dealership. I know they're trying to make money in their shop. That's their goal. And I'm going to let him make a little money because I want him to be there for me, and I want him to take care of me. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons today that I think you should do the same with your local dealer. Now, it could be a shade tree mechanic. It could be a guy that you know locally that does your work. I like dealing with the dealership because I came from the dealership world. The dealership that handles my brand of tractor can get parts cheaper than anybody else can for that tractor, and that's why I go there. So anyway, the first thing I noticed this week when I went in to do the video about the hydraulic cylinder at the dealership is how much expertise these guys have. And you pay for that, but you gain so much. The hydraulic cylinder came off my tractor, was apart, had new seals put in it, and was back on the tractor. And if I wasn't filming, it would have been done in probably under 10 minutes. And it would have taken me hours and hours to do it. And then it probably wouldn't have been right. It probably would have leaked. It's a possibility I'd have ended up back at the dealership having them fix what I'd tried to fix and them getting more parts for it. So expertise is a huge deal. The second thing that really came home to me in watching local mechanic work on my tractor, the tools that are required to really do what need to be done are tools that there's no reason for you to invest in, and they have them right there at their fingertips. And he was able to get O-rings to go in and get seated and snap rings and different things like that off. It would take me hours to do it because I really don't have the tools to do that, and it doesn't make economic sense to buy them. So they've had to invest that money. I'm willing to pay for them to own those tools so they can work on my tractor and get it done quickly. The third thing, and you guys all know if you watch my videos much, I'm a big safety freak. There are some things that can kill you working on a tractor, and most people don't realize this. And one of the things the guy that's working on my tractor told me, and I'll go into this on the video that I post, if you started cracking hydraulic cylinders with pressure in that system, a shot of fluid, hydraulic oil, out of a cracked line could cut your arm off, literally. And they know, because of the expertise thing, to drop everything to the ground, get all the pressure off that system. The fuel lines, especially in these new tractors, have incredible amounts of pressure in them. If you cracked a fuel line, I mean, you could literally die from that shot of fuel coming out of there. There's that much pressure in that system. So from a safety standpoint, let them do the job. Your hospital bills to recover and your long-term disability, all that stuff comes into play. Let the local dealer do the work. The next thing is just the sheer hassle of it. I'm getting to the age where I don't like being on the floor of a garage in January working on something. And so I'm willing to pay to let somebody else do that. I don't like the mess of oil. I was working with a mechanic, he's been a mechanic all his life, and he had tubs around to catch the hydraulic oil, and it's still a lot of it spilled on the shop floor. And I don't really want that on my floor of my barn or my garage or anywhere like that. So from the hassle standpoint, let somebody else do it. And finally, if you get into an emergency, you may need that dealer. So if you've built up relationships and use them for the little jobs, when it comes time you've got a tractor halfway up a tree, halfway on its side with the wheel off and the loader caught in a limb, they'll come out, and I guarantee you they'll find a way of fixing it and getting it back to you. And there's times when you can't do it yourself any way possible, so you need them. So develop the relationship now, and so if you get in that emergency situation, you have somebody to go to. I'm going to tell you this. Dealers don't make much money off us, off the people that own compact tractors, because we don't put many hours on them, we don't use them that hard, they don't fail that much. So I want my dealer to make money and stay in business and be there for me. So the guys they make money off of are the guys with combines, hay balers, things that are being used wide open, you know, in the crop season. They make the most money off them because they sell lots of parts, lots of service work and things like that. Even those guys, I knew some guys that could pretty much tear down a baler, put it back together. We're in a hay country here, and I knew a lot of hay baler customers. A lot of these customers could literally tear their baler down, put it back together, and make it work. And they would still, some of them, the ones I thought were the most wise, would still bring them in for a winter fix in our shop just to have another set of eyes look at them and make sure they were totally ready for the busy season, because they made their living off of it and they were willing to pay a little bit. Even though they could do it, they wanted somebody else to look at it, make sure it was totally ready to go to the field. And also because if they had it in our shop for the winter fix and they got ready to go to the field and it didn't perform, they had somebody to call and say, hey, get somebody out here immediately. You worked on this baler, it's not working, I need somebody out. And we would, of course, have to drop everything and get out there. So I'm telling you today, let your local dealer work on your stuff. Guys, yeah, you could do it if you had the time and the special tools, but let's let somebody else work on it. They'll get it done quicker, and probably over the long run, you'll be better off both from a health standpoint, from a recreational standpoint, and from a dollar standpoint, if the truth be known, to let the guys that know what they're doing work on our stuff. Hey, I survive on web traffic. I appreciate you watching this. I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page and share this video with other tractor enthusiasts. And if you got questions or comments, put them below. I'll try to answer them. Hey, thank you for watching.